We've got a lot of good ones tonight. Who's starting us off?
Starting us off, it's probably going to be Tom.
Tom. You know, there are some climate models.
And for those of you who didn't see, we did a little segment on lapse rate and basically what that is. Next up, Ryan.
Next one from E.
You certainly could see it elsewhere. It depends on how far north it goes. I mean, it typically does reside in the southern plains, but it can extend all the way up to the central plains and into the northern plains. It all depends on the atmospheric setup, whether or not you can get that dry air to kind of, that dry tongue of moisture to kind of give you that separation, because typically the dry line is like out ahead of that cold front where we get a little bit of, we get the moisture coming in, then the dry line, and then all the dry air here. So to often see that big pocket of dry air extend all the way up into the northern plains, not as likely to see
The
that.
most likely place for dry line, Texas.
Yes,
Oklahoma,
Texas. Yeah, during
Kansas.
my time in Texas, you know, you get the dry line on a regular basis. It's like, oh, we feel the dry line come through because you can actually smell the moisture.
Yeah. All right, next up, that is a pretty good.
Nice. Wow. Well, let's see. What did I? Well, one of my first jobs in college was I worked at a dry cleaner. I will never again want to do anything like that because we had some gross stuff.
A couple shirts I need ironed, by the way.
Many college jobs, but iron tar.
Oh,
wow.
my gosh.
Wow.
Talk about a lapse rate.
Forecast.
I'm pretty sure that you were, instead of live tweeting, you might have been drunk tweeting last night.
I was not, no. I was sad tweeting.
Did you just weather sachet?
I was poor self-esteem tweeting.
Wow.
She challenged me to do it.
Everybody has poor self-esteem after we watch those things. This is
Come on,
ridiculous.
Keith, give it to you. Every girl, they get to the end. If the camera comes on you and you're kind of like, I don't really know what to do with myself, you just go
like,
Yeah.
Why doesn't that ever happen on our show?
It just did three times.
I think you're going to see
I'm going to do it over and over and over.
The things we learned about Alex Wilson.
Wow.
The things we learned about weather.
Authenticity, I guess, to turn it like that was
Awesome.
I learned something new every day, you know?
I learned that.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Well, I got a reminder, and it's like I know this relationship about when you increase the volume, you know, you're decreasing the pressure in a parcel, but it's called Boyle's Law, and I knew that, but I was like, wait a minute, what was that? Tom reminded me.
Boil it down, too.
Good stuff. I also, kind of want to go back to your discussion because, you often look at those Kelvin-Helmholtz waves and you think of the shear between layers, but then to get that horizontal shear coming into play, you kind of don't often see it in that respect, seeing almost that spiral noodle.
Yeah,
Liked it.
very, very.
Know that.
All right, good stuff, everyone. Hopefully you learned something this evening as well.